obviously this doesn't apply to all agents. It's just a very small number, but it's not uncommon. There's some friends of mine, or a specific friend I'm thinking of. She's with a very good agent, but she hasn't been seen for anything for a good, and I mean anything, for about 18 months, 2 years. Now, we all have, I'm very lucky and that's never happened to me, and most of the people I know that hasn't happened to. What advice, and we have a lot of things certain turn into hashtags like be kind and mental health awareness and stuff, but I think people forget that someone has signed their professional life to you in to some extent, that they're trusting you, and it's very daunting because the agent has a lot of power and you don't want to leave the agent and you're scared, you're worried about getting dropped. In my opinion, I think the agent should, if they haven't got time for a client, they should separate themselves, and it might be painful at the time, but it will lead to, your career going elsewhere and finding another representative. What advice would you give to those people who are listening that might be happening to? Because I think it would be a fair amount. And I think it's something that needs to change, and it sometimes gets looked over.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you and your agent as an actor it's such an important relationship, and I've spoken to actors who are too scared to kind of ring their agent, and that's madness. Like you are working together as a team, and not one side can't just work, the other side has to work as well. You have to be contacting people, you have to be networking people as well as the agent. But yes, there are certain people where there are just, your casting brief is overpopulated, and it can seem like you're not getting seen for anything, and that is tricky. But I feel like to not get one audition within kind of 18 months is a very long time. I think it's bad that the agent hasn't kind of sat down and had a conversation and perhaps kind of talked properly to that actor, because it's not doing them any good either, having someone kind of sat there. I
once heard an agent talk about this, not about their clients or anyone in particular, but they said sometimes agents do just lose the love, and I'm like, that's not good enough.
No.
You can't just say that's not an excuse, is it? If in any other profession that happened, people would be for the high jump, and I think that kind of gets overlooked in this industry a little bit.
Definitely.